Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Hello Friends News, your friendly news podcast. I'm your host, Malika Critchlow, and I'm happy to be here today. Today is Monday, May 6th. I believe we got a new moon tomorrow in Taurus, and the astrologers are saying it's going to bring in abundance and good things, that it's a super moon. So if you guys are into those things, make your intentions known to the universe and to your guides and your angels or whatever you believe in to bring in the life that you want for yourself. As long as it doesn't harm others, I believe. Anyway, today I was reviewing the news and much of the same, just as I said in previous podcasts. A deepening of the news in the Middle East, the protests, lots of fearful things out there, issues with Starbucks, Tesla firings. It's a mishmash of anxiety and fear. So there's nothing that really, the Trump trial as well. There's nothing that really stands out that I want to specify or focus on. So I think I'll just give an overall, outlook. So what I learned this week is what I want for others essentially is what I want for myself. To give an example, looking at the Middle East, I really want for there to be more productive communication, more understanding of each side, more love for each other, and a solution that allows for all to be well provided for. That might be naive, right? In this world of, I don't want to say limited resources. I don't feel that resources are limited, but people think that's limited. And so this that I want others to do on a collective level, I'm going to do for myself. So I'm going to be more loving the world as I can be. I'm going to be more loving to myself and more loving to others, because of course it begins with you before you're able to really truly do it without effort to others, right? So you have to be loved to yourself so you can be loved to others. Communicate well with myself, listen to myself, try to hear myself out and accommodate if I can. Same, it will extend to others, right? Sharing resources that I have, if I can, with others and not living in a limited mindset. Vocalizing in an authentic manner, but a loving manner, how I feel about things, not suppressing myself. That's in regards to the student protests. Just being what I want to see in the world, essentially. So I will give you an example. Today I had two experiences where I could have been better, right? I was talking to a receptionist somewhere and she just was not understanding what the situation was. And I was getting frustrated and I grew impatient. Another thing, I was at the pharmacy and this lady could not understand how to spell my name, no matter how many times I spelled it. I was getting pharmacist was getting irritated. There's no need to be irritated, but I will say at my morning time with myself was interrupted and may have broken that peace. I don't know. But it was interrupted for a good reason because I needed to find a solution to something and the phone call actually solved a problem for me. So I think it was supposed to happen, but I digress. So those two experiences, I don't think I was awful as I would have been probably previously. But having patience with myself and my irritations and my communication. And by doing that, I'll have more patience with others as they try to communicate what they need to communicate, right? So yeah, I'm gonna work on that. So it's not an irritation with myself for being frustrated. It's understanding why I was frustrated, how me being frustrated and not having patience with others is because I get frustrated with myself and not being patient with myself. And that frustration and lack of patience had stemmed from, of course, not feeling understood. So rewriting that story, it doesn't mean that anything's wrong with me because I wasn't understood. It could be that they are assimilating what they need to with their own processes. And I need to be less hard on myself and be like, well, it's not you always. Like, why do you take it so hard? And that's coming out in you being impatient with others because you're feeling like they're not getting you, and something's wrong with you. It's a whole roundabout way. It can get pretty confusing when you think about it. How me being impatient with others have to do with me not being patient with myself and judging myself, right? And then I play that out in the real world. So yeah, so I'm going to try to be more patient with myself and loving and less judgmental in order to be that for others. So that's all I really have to say about the world events right now. If peace is allowed without you having to sacrifice your peace of mind and your authenticity, then allow for it. If peace can be allowed to without you having to make someone else feel small, allow for it. So that's where I am with that. But on the good news front, which is my favorite front ever, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay. And the good news front, we see Honda to splash 15 billion on electric vehicle manufacturing in Ontario with largest auto investment in Canada's history. So that's awesome. That means it's great news for the environment. Right. In late April, Honda Motor Company announced plans to build a comprehensive electric vehicle value chain in Canada with an approximate investment of Canadian 15 billion, USD 11 billion. Despite the recent slowdown in the growth of EV sales, especially in the US, Honda, the price of each reached a new 52-week high in March, said it was sticking to its goal of selling only EV and fuel cell or hydrogen vehicles globally by 2040. So that's awesome. As the first step in achieving the electrification goal in North America, Honda positioned its existing auto production plants in the state of Ohio in the US as its EV hub for production, including the retooling of existing plants, an investment of USD 700 million, and the construction of a joint venture EV battery plant with LG Energy Solution with an expected investment of USD 4.4 billion. So it's not only good for the environment, but economically as well. So that's great news. I thought this one was cool. Anyway, I'm into elephants. So a clever elephant returns visitor's shoe after it fell into his enclosure. Visitors to a zoo in China captured the moment a clever elephant returned a shoe using its trunk after it fell into its enclosure. The elephant is named Shan Mai, which means mountains, and resides in the Shandayo Shan Wild Animal Reserve, Nature Reserve in Waihai. According to a staff member, the elephant first thought the shoe was food, but then it realized it wasn't. Upon picking it up, returned it to its owner. Shan Mice keeper rewarded the animal's kind gesture with a watermelon. I wonder if we could see it. Wish they weren't enclosed, but they were in reserves where they're free to roam. But we'll take that. He is a beautiful, beautiful being. In another story, an ape treating his wound using medicinal plant is a world first for a wild animal. Probably not the first one humans have noted. I'm sure they've done this forever. Even though there's evidence of certain self-medication behaviors in animals, so far it has never been known that animals treat their wounds with healing plants. Now, biologists in Indonesia have observed this in a male Sumatran orangutan. Why don't they just say orangutan treating his wound? Why don't they say ape? Analysis of plant chemical compounds show the presence of furanoditerpenoids and protoberberine alkaloids, which are known to have antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antifungal, antioxidant, and other biological activities of relevance for wound healing. He's so handsome. Observations over the following days did not show any signs of the wound becoming infected. After 5 days, the wound had already closed. Brilliant, brilliant. Interestingly, Rakos also rested more than usual on being wounded. Sleep positively affects wound healing as growth hormone release, protein synthesis, and cell division are increased during sleep, she explained. So that's amazing. And that's all the news I think I have for today. I guess I should show you all the awful news that's been there. I didn't think it was necessary to share, but it's the same thing. There's nothing new really, more on all these terrible news. Not terrible, but fear-inducing, anxiety-inducing, so. That's it. So the positive news was awesome. That's it for today. So, hope you guys have a great week. Today's Monday. Hope you make it your own. You let the week know what you want from it, what you expect from it, and it comes to you in effortless flow. That you take care of yourselves, that you know you are loved and you know you are loved, and the world is better because you're in it to be the love that you are, your most truest, authentic self, at least what you think that is currently, as long as it doesn't harm anyone. So that's it for today, guys. I will talk to you guys on Friday. Hope you have a great week. All right. Bye.